Hello and welcome to Wolfman Gaming. This is my Layers of Fear 2 blind playthrough and this is episode 5. And we found a map that interesting, that talked about safe spaces. And I hope I stay in those. Only one of us knows what must be done. Only one knows what is at stake. The other doesn't need to know, doesn't need to understand, only to listen and act. Okay. Just shut up and do what you're paid to do then. And I think it's a quite interesting aesthetic with this game being predominantly in black and white. It wasn't that like that at the beginning, but now it's been so for quite some time.
Shh! Someone's coming.
Hello? Anyone there? Bloody hell. Sod it. The chief wants it checked so bad he can bloody well do it himself.
Those children that have popped up in sequences, I wonder if they might be stowaways on this ship. I'm guessing they could be. Okay. Am I the only one who heard growling? And rats. Of course there were fucking rats. And rats were also a staple in the first game. And the music is starting to get really, really weird. I don't know if it is the ship that is starting to sway or if it's just my character slightly losing it. Oh shit. Shit. I don't know what that is, but I don't want to face it. Shit.
Close the door.
Okay.
Hurry, we have to secure it. They'll be here any moment.
Lily, I'm scared.
You should be scared. You know what happens if they find us. They'll send us back.
What the hell is going on? Ah. Yes, death. Death must be so beautiful. Act 1, the unmore. That was quite an odd thing to suddenly have color. Why are you turning around so slowly? Ah, for the love of... Yeah, whatever. Let's see. Oh, it's like moving in molasses. Ugh. Thank you. This reminds me a lot about... There was a game that came out in 2005, I think, called Call of Cthulhu: Dark Corners of the Earth. And I played it very little myself, because I'm gonna get more into that as soon as I get rid of whatever that fucking thing is.
The door behind you.
The hunt.
Okay. Yes, in that game there was a sequence where you were being chased and you had to close doors behind you. And this was a bit similar to that, even though I think that was a lot more intense. A lot more sense of urgency. And I bought that game for PC back when it was quite new, and there was something wrong with my copy of the game. Now, in retrospect, Act 2, The Hunt. I think that it might have been that just needed to download a patch. But in the game, you had a notebook where your character would write down notes, because it was partly first-person shooter, investigative, horror stuff. And you had a notebook where your character would put the mask on, write down his findings, and I guess get clues to what you were supposed to do. In my copy of that game, that wasn't present.
We are now entering the eastern part of the borough. This particular area holds a special place in my heart, as I grew up not far from here myself. A few things have changed, it seems, for better or worse. I see children playing in the streets, not a care in their little minds. If it wasn't for their shabby clothes, one could almost forget about the crushing poverty that plagues so many of the local families. But what do we have here? A boy, sitting on a park bench, alone. Perhaps he won't mind if we pick his brain a bit. Good morning, young man. What's your name? Good morning, young man. What's your... Morning. Good man. Your... What's your name?
Okay, James. Now where was I? Yes, also in that notebook you would also get your objectives. So trying to play a game like that, which was a lot about puzzles and having no clue what your next objective was. Inside every actor is the one part they were born to play, the one character they were meant to build. Chip away the bloody marble, give form to the formless, until all that remains is the truth. Very poetic. Yes, as I said... What did I say? Resharp. Yes, shark. Show your true face. Character. Put the mask on. Where is the mask? Seems you're off to a good start. Glad to hear you and the director are getting along. Just keep doing what you're doing and we'll get this thing in the can in no time. Your friend and agent. Yeah, well, it seems like we aren't getting along as well anymore. Because things are starting to get a little bit on the threatening side. Here we have our collectibles. And I guess there will be more to come. Here we have the bathroom. Trophy, choice and consequence.
Do you know the way? You build one character, you destroy the other. There's no other way.
What is it with that metronome? And I'm quite curious why an actor needs a metronome. That's usually something that musicians use. It helps you keep the rhythm. And did I get sent back in here because I did something wrong? You never quite know with these games. Because in the first game, it revolved a little bit around repetition. Some rooms would repeat, sometimes because the game thought you walked the wrong way, or sometimes just to throw you off. Build a character, motivation. What drives me? What do I want? What do I need? What are my virtues? Crossed out. My flaws. Who? Crossed out. What hunts? Crossed out. Haunts me. Well, I would say that the thing that haunts me or hunts me in this game is ugly. Let's see. How do I... There we go. Multi-step process.
How far can he go? How deep can he descend? The thing he seeks is still there, buried, hidden away, locked in a vault, a prison of himself. He tries and fails to understand. A hungry animal does not think. It knows. It needs. It acts. Where reason dare not go, instinct prevails. And so he must leave the stillness of the mind and brave the storm of teeth and claws. Only then can he find the key and claim his prize.
Act 2, The Hunt. I feel I have seen that title screen like 2 or 3 times at this point. Seems to be stormy seas, and at this point this could pretty much be the Titanic, I think. And that is something I'm guessing that this game takes place somewhere during like maybe the early 1900s.
Yeah. Could we take this again? There's something wrong with the picture. I think
Maybe
you
like
must have
1930s,
moved.
40s.
You just don't look quite yourself.
But it would be quite interesting to know. That sounded like someone talking backwards. Yeah, no. I'm gonna explore this way first. Shit, it's locked. Okay. No guts, no glory. What's the worst that could happen? You know?
Excuse me, I'm such a big fan. Could you please sign... Oh, I'm sorry. I think I mistook you for someone else.
So, are we gonna get chased again? Might be. 'Cause that could be that thing. Shit. I guess I won't find out what's behind the bloody door. I guess I'm being chased again. Ah. Well, at least cowards die many times before their deaths. Yeah, I guess we have time for at least one more attempt. Is that the wrong way? No? Stop, full, half, slow, dead slow, stand by. Ahead. Yes. Let's go full steam ahead.
When chasing dreams, we often find ourselves in a nightmare.
I have no idea what this switch does, but we are gonna find out in the next episode. So I want to thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again in my next video. So until next time, this is the Wolfman signing off.